Once upon a time in Spain, there was a little boy and his name was Ferdinand. All the other little boys he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together. But not Ferdinand. He liked to sit just quietly and smell the flowers. He had a favorite spot out in the pasture under a court tree. It was his favorite tree, and he would sit in its shade all day and smell the flowers. Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he would be lonesome all by himself. Why don't you run and play with the other bulls and skip and butt your head? She would say. But Ferdinand would shake his head. I like it better here, where I can sit just quietly and smell the flowers. His mother saw that he was not lonesome, and because she was an understanding mother, even though she was a cow, she let him just sit there and be happy. As the weeks went by, Ferdinand grew and grew until he was very big and strong. All the other bulls all the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same pasture would fight each other all day. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns. What they wanted was for all the other boys who grew up with him all the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same pasture would fight each other all day. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns. What they wanted was most of all was to be picked to fight in at the bullfights in Madrid. But not Ferdinand. He still liked to sit just quietly under the court tree and smell the flowers. One day, 5 men came in very funny hats to pick the biggest, fiercest, roughest bull to fight in the bullfights in Madrid. All the other bulls ran around snorting and butting, leaping and jumping, so the man would take that they were very, very strong and fierce and pick them. Ferdinand knew that they wouldn't pick him, and he didn't care. So he went out to sit. Didn't care. Ferdinand knew that they wouldn't pick him, and he didn't care, so he went out to his favorite court tree to sit down. He didn't look where he was sitting, and instead of sitting on the nice cool grass, in the shade, he sat on a bumblebee. Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on you, what would you do? You would sting him, and that's what this bee did to Ferdinand. Wow, did that hurt? Ferdinand jumped up with a snort. He ran around puffing and snorting and butting and pawing the ground as if he was going to think. The 5 men saw him, and they all shouted with joy. Here was the largest and fiercest bull of all, just the one for the bull fights in Madrid. So they took him away for the bullfights day in a cart. The airplane. I'm scared. What a day it was. Flags were flagging, bands were playing, and all the lovely ladies had flowers in their hair. They had a parade into the bull ring. First came the bandoleros with long, sharp pins with ribbons on them to stick in the bull and make him mad. Next came the panadors who rode skinny horses, and they had long shorts that's it. Next came the bandoleros who next came the bandoleros. Next came the Benadryl. Next came the Pendles who led skinny horses, and they had long, sharp tooths. Next came the Benadryl. Next came the Pendles who were skinny horses, and they had long spears that stick in the butt and make it matter. Then came the Matador, the close poor. Then came the Matador, the okay. Then came the Matador, the Then came the Matador, the sorry guys, my nose is running. Then came the Matador, the Then came the Matador, the prince of all he was very handsome. Then came the Matador, Then came the Matador, the 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 then came the matador, and the matador. Glasses are smudgy. I get rid of it.
What's wrong?
I can't win anything whatever. I'm quit. Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and bowed to the ladies. He had red cape and a sword, and so was
Supposed.
I can do it I want.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can, baby.
No, I can't.
Just because you can't do this right now, this point, this right here, doesn't mean you can't do anything right.
Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and bowed to the lovely lady, to the ladies. Then came the matador, the proudest. Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and bowed to the ladies. He thought he had a cape and a sword and was supposed to stick the thing in the bowl and make it mad there. Is that right? Sticky?
Stick the bull.
Let me say so, guys. No, I don't want that in there.
What?
When you said that. No, I just started over. Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and bowed to the ladies. He had a cape and a sword and was supposed to stick the bull last of all. There. Dig and page. Then came the boy. You know who that was? Gotcha. Ferdinand. They called him Ferdinand and Fiercest, and all the Benedors were scared of him, and the Predators, I don't care, Predators were scared of him, and the Matadors scared still. Ferdinand ran to the middle of the ring, and everyone shouted and counted, clapped. Ferdinand ran to the wing of the wing. I can't say anything wrong. Ferdinand ran to the middle of the wing, and everyone shouted and clapped because they thought he was going to fight fiercely and snort and stick his horns around. But not Ferdinand. When he got to the middle of the ring, he saw the flowers in all the lovely lady's hair, and he just sat down quietly and smelled. And he wouldn't fight and be fierce no matter what they did. He just sat there and smelled, and the Benedors, whatever, were mad, and the Predators were madder, and the Matador was so mad he cried because he could show off his with his cape and sword. And no. So they had to take Ferdinand home. And for all I know, he is still sitting there under his favorite court tree, smelling the flowers. Just quietly, he's a happy thing there. Sorry.